Right, listen, thank you all for coming to the Next Gen press conference. We're doing the white collars and we're doing the trilogy show. We've got all the fighters, well, we've got a lot of the fighters here today, we can't get them all in. Thank everyone for coming to watch, thank all the fighters for putting their time in. I'd like to thank all the gyms that are involved, all the work they've put in. It's been an hard one, this one. We've got a day show and a night show. We're looking to get at least 26, 27 fights on for the day. So it's been a big ask for the team. I think we've pulled it off. I'd like to thank the venue for all the work they've done. I'd like to thank Starts League for the promotion they're doing for us, all the streaming, all the videoing. Yeah, and I'd like to thank Edge for the work, putting the work in, the team now, all the coaches, all the fighters for all the work they've done. I can go on forever, all the thank you. I just want to say to the boys that have turned up today, thank you for the work you put in, and thank you for coming today. The day show I'm going to start with. These boys have not done no training before. They just mundane jobs, not half of making steps in the gym. But look, listen, they've all decided they want to do this, and they've decided they want to make an effort and put on a show for their friends and their family. They've put in the work, and do you know what? A lot of them, when they started, they just, I don't know, I'm surprised they could tie their shoelaces up. But they've come a long way. I like to say how proud I am of them. I think a lot of them have definitely noticed the improvements, whether it's weight loss, fitness, confidence. Everyone has had their little goals that they've done this for, and they've all come on a long way. They've not just had training from the coaches, the fighters. What we've done different. See, a lot of these white collar things that they get an hour a week or a couple hours a week, and then that's all they get. What we've done, we've thrown them in the deep end. We've put them in with our fighters. They've had to train with the more experienced fighters. They've had pros training around them, and they've just learnt off everyone. They get up to like 9-10 hours training a week, so there's no reason why they couldn't have got the best training they could have got, and there's no way they would have get any fitter or any better training. So we offer a different experience, and I think they've come a long way because of that. What we'll start with the fight orders, we've got a few kids on the day show. We've got a couple of women bouts, and we've got obviously the men fighting as well. There's a few that can't make it today due to work commitments, and I know it's Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and apologies it was on this day. Brittany is Australian girl. She come down the gym and she was just looking to get fit, and she see we'd done a bit of boxing up here, and she just said, "Oh, I'll have some of that," and she just she just literally just turns up every day. She does her training, she gets on with it. She's fighting a girl that's fought on the show before. She fought Brooke on the first show, Amy Moody. She's quite an experienced girl. Levels ain't that great, but it's perfect 50-50 for Brittany, who's been putting the work in. So she's never done no boxing before, but she's come a long way, and I'm proud to say that I think she'll get the win, but it's a 50-50 fight, so who knows what can happen on a day. Saying that, I would like to say that all our shows, we've made it all 50-50 fights. It's, look, there's no point people coming here just to get given a win. Even our boys at Edge, they'll get told this all the time, win, lose or draw, it doesn't matter as long as you put the work in. Every fight should be a 50-50. It's no favouritisms. We've had decisions go against us when we thought we had the better result. We got fair, independent refs and judges. There's no favouritism with us, so whatever happens on the night, it happens. So win, lose or draw, we're all proud here anyway. We have got a couple of the fighters here that are fighting each other, so we have a few little face-offs at the end. But we've got Ricky and Shaim down on the left. They will be fighting each other. I'm going to pass the mic to them. They're giving themselves a quick, brief little talk of... Shut up, you cunt. It was going so well. Now, listen, they're going to give you a little brief chat of their experience and what they're hoping to bring them for the night. And yeah, we'll let him to it.
Well, my name's Shaheem. This is my first time boxing. Be quiet. AKA Big Physical. Well, that's what people call me. When I first started in the gym, I had a lot of weight on me, but I've cut down a lot. Thanks to Bill, Liam, Adam, Jack. Sparring as well. Did me well. Apart from getting hit in the head, which wasn't fun. That was thanks to Jack, by the way, in the corner. Thank you, Jack. But yeah, my opponent to the right of me, it's going to be a 50-50 fight. Hope I get the win, but if I don't, I'll carry on and we'll go strong. I've got a heart of a lion and I won't give up to the end. My family and friends are going to be there to support me. And I'm just ready to go now. I'm ready to go get in the ring and prove the work that I've put in. It's going to show on the night.
All right, so I'm Ricky. I'm going to batter this guy. He says it's a 50-50, but that's an insult. I put in the work, and he's going to feel it. That's it.
He's going to feel it.
I put in the work and he's going to feel it.
Personally, I wouldn't.
Personally, I'd keep my mouth shut if I was you.
I think it's best.
Right, listen, I don't think we've ever done a press conference and kept it sensible, and I don't think we ever will. And do you know what? I don't ever want us to. Listen, this is what goes on in the gym. We literally a big family. We just fucking rip the shit out of each other. Everyone has the biggest laughs in there. We laugh, cry, bleed together, and that's what brings us over the line and what makes us us. I like to think, well, we won the award for the, just going to drop in there, we won the award for the best gym in Essex, but there's a reason for that as well. But we're a big family, and like it ain't just the quality that we bring, it's the good vibes as well. When I'm Ricky and Shaheem, we've got a couple of other fighters that are facing off against each other today. We've got Alan and Stuart. Alan was brought to us by one of the fighters, Steve March. Alan's come in, and I ain't gonna lie to you, and this ain't no secret. I was scared when he got in the ring. It was like I didn't know who he was gonna punch. Listen. And I'll say this now, and Alan, I spoke to you about this earlier, but listen, when you got in that ring with your head down throwing windmills and your opponent was standing behind you, and you was just still swinging, and like, if you lifted your head up, you'd have seen like you was going down the stairs. But listen, like you've gone from that, and then on Saturday he had his last spar, and he was so settled, he boxed well, head dropped a couple of times, couple of little windmills, couple of little head turns, but I said to him, I went, out of 3 rounds, I pulled you twice. And he's gone from, I won't even begin to describe the first spar to the last spar. And that's the difference that's been made with him. So I like to say, well done to Alan. He's come a long way. And Stuart, he actually trained with me down the old gym. Never fought before. I used to train his boys. He decided he wanted to have a little go himself. And do you know what? He's always been very committed. And yeah, do you know what? He's come a long way from where he started. He's just the dad that brought his kids down to the gym to deciding, yeah, do you know what? I'll have a fight. And he's, do you know what? Probably one of the most committed people in there. Like, he does trains at 6 a.m, so he doesn't actually get to see it. A lot of the boys here never actually see Stuart, but he's probably been in that gym more than anyone just because he's so committed. I will say well done to him for his commitment. He's there when I bloody can't even get up anymore. So he's there whether I'm there or not. So fair play to him. I'm going to chuck the mic to them too and then let them have their say. Alan? Oh.
Hello. I just want to thank everybody. Yeah, like Bill said, when I first started, I don't know what I was doing. Till now, I can hold it up. I'm still messing up a bit, but from where I was, yeah, it's a lot better. I've seen you train, I think, the other day. Yeah, you look kind of decent, but I'm not worried. So yeah, I'm ready. You might be. I'm ready. That's all I gotta say. So yeah, good luck and.
Well, at the end of the day, win, lose or draw, as long as we put on a good show, that's all I'm worried about. And I don't get in the ring and freeze, basically. That's all I'm worried about. But hopefully it'll be a good fight, and that's it.
Listen, I think that would be a good fight, these two. Similar levels. I think Alan's very strong, but in southpaw. Whereas Stuart's a bit tidier. So it's going to be a boxer versus a brawler. So we'll see what happens on the night. James Jesus, he's not here today. He's again, he trains in the morning sometimes, evenings he flips, gets to the gym when he can. He was late into it. He started his camp halfway through, but he's been in the gym before. He's had a little bit of boxing experience. He's tidy enough. I think he'll be a good little fight, this one again. It's again another good 50-50, and he's going to be fighting Carr, or Chris Tucker as we like to call him. But I think this one's going to be a good little fight. Carr's come on a long way. He's gone from like tiggling the pads to actually wanting to punch the pads now. Do you know what, though? Carr spars better than he pads. He's one of them ones. He can't hit a pad to save his life, or he can't hit a pad hard, but he gets in the ring and all of a sudden he wants to destroy Fruity. But yeah, look, listen, I'm going to pass the mic to Carl, let him have his little talk.
First of all, I just want to clear the air quickly. I can punch pads. I don't know, it just takes me a while to actually start it off, but I would like to thank everyone in the boxing gym. That's from Coach Bill to Bill Fruity to Lance as well, for Tyrell, everyone in the gym basically. But so that's say, yeah, so I come a long way. I feel like I didn't think I'd last this long in the whole 8 weeks program, but I did, and I've seen a lot of improvements. And it's a shame that my opponent's not here because I had a lot to say to him. But yeah, I'll save that off for the next time. But if you're watching this now, James, I'm coming for you. That's what I gotta say. All right, that's it really.
All right, we got on the next bout, we got Ryan, again, another late comer into the white collar fights. He started his camp only about 3-4 weeks ago. He's done a bit of boxing training before, so he's not a novice, but he's yeah, like I say, he's only had 3 weeks fitness. He's had sparring for the last couple of weeks. He's done okay. He showed enough to show that he can have a row. He's fighting one of Jude's boys out of the MMA clinic, so there's another shout out to another gym that's decided to put some fighters on the show. Jude's boy Jack come down for sparring on the first week of training. We've not seen him since because they've kept themselves to themselves, done their own little bit. But we see enough for the Jude's boys to see that they've come for a good fight. Again, this is 2 boys that know how to box, but both novices in the game, so it'll be a good fight. The other 2, next fight, Matt Gino. Gino is Alan's brother. He's more of a heavier weight, and he's not here today just purely because of a bit of sickness, so we told him to rest and recover, ready for next week. And he's fighting Matt Goff. Matt's had a white collar fight before. Poor sods, never had an easy fight. He's had to fight Ahmed, who was an experienced fighter, and he didn't go in there to try and be easy on him. Ahmed went in there, wasn't in the win, and he went in there and got the win. But do you know what? Matt, for his first fight, sat there and give it to him, and he said, yeah, I'll match you for it. So, 2 inexperienced boys, but it seems to be a good fight on the cards. We've got a little title fight on the day as well. Tommy Williams. He boxes out at Legends Gym. Great little boxer. He steps up for. We we got Miles who's fighting for us today, and Miles has come a long way with us in the gym. He boxed at my old gym and he's followed me to the new one. He's come on leaps and bounds and he's been putting in so much work. We had no choice but to give him a fight. He's been doing the runs with us every Sunday. He runs with the adults. He keeps up with them. He beats a couple of them. He puts the graft in. He's there every training session. He puts everything in. He spars well. He'll spar anyone. He's got no fear. And so it was a case of, right, we'll put him in for a fight. But he's shown so much commitment, we end up saying to him, right, well, let's make it a title fight. That's how committed he's been. So he's going to be fighting for the title in the day. He's fighting Tommy Williams, whose dad, Jamie Williams, is a brilliant boxing coach. So, listen, Tommy Williams is a very good fighter. This proves to be probably fight of the day. We can't wait for this one. So, good luck to Miles for that one. Miles, you want to have a quick talk?
Yeah, of course. I just want to say I'd like to thank Will Jones, Billy Douglas and everyone else at Edge Gym for breeding me into the fighter I am now. Many runs at Rayfalls and outside of the gym have gone into me sitting here and that fight. I've bled for this. I've sweated for this. You know, I've worked for it. And I don't want to sound all like big-headed and say like, oh yeah, I deserve this. But me personally, I think that I've worked for this fight and I've earned it. Thank you.
And that, boys, is how it's done. That's how you do it. Miles just set the standard. Miles just set the standard. We can all go home now. Listen, Kai's not here today. He boxed on the last show. We call him Too Many Coffees, Carl. Kai. He just listen. He's a good fighter. Very inexperienced, learning. Bit erratic, but listen, he's got very committed. I'm looking forward to this one. He's fighting one of Pav's boys, Alfie. I'm going to pass the mic to Alfie, and he's going to explain a bit about himself. This proves to be a great 50-50 fight. I think Kai is inexperienced and might come to haunt him, but Pav's boys are all trained very well. I speak for this because they've been coming down sparring with us for weeks now. They're always welcome at our gym. We've got a good affiliation with them. I watched all their boys on their shows. They literally put all the work in. They're very boxing etiquette. And I'm looking forward to seeing their boys do the business. I'm going to let Alfie have his little talk and say about him.
First off, I want to thank Carl Pavey, also known as Pav, and Jamie Williams. They've really turned me around, to be honest. When I first started boxing, I'm not gonna lie, I looked like an old lady with a handbag. Like, I was swinging everywhere, no form whatsoever. And then now, like, I don't want to big myself up enough, but I think I'm doing pretty well. I'm always training 100%, putting in the work. Also, thank you to Billy Douglas for setting this up. For my first fight, it's quite an experience, so I'm thankful for it. And like I said, on the night, I'm going to put 100% in. There's no point turning up 50% or 20, just straight 100%. Win or lose, still going to be happy with my performance, and going to put the hard work in. So thank you.
Good words, Alfie. Right, we've got Ben. Hey. Right, Ben come to us and he just said he wanted a new challenge in life, something to focus on. And do you know what? It doesn't matter how late your work finishes, you always message me, look, I'm finishing late, I'm still going to be there. It doesn't matter if he gets there half hour to go, he'll still get there and he'll still do his work. Very committed. Big puncher. his boys coming from outside the gym. But yeah, listen, I'm going to let Ben, I'm going to get through this one, but I'm going to say to Ben, I think very committed, shown a good drive, and he's a sort of fella who's gelled in well with the gym, become a part of the family straight away, and yeah, love having him here, so like to see him do well in life, and I'm going to let him do his bit on the speaking.
I hate talking as well, but thanks, Bill. Appreciate it, mate. I just want to say thank you to everyone beside me and behind me as well. Obviously, welcome in. It's a wicked gym down there. Looking forward to the day. Nervous now, but on the day, hopefully, I'll be all right. Mate, I want to see the opponent. Who is he? But you know, thanks, guys. I appreciate everything you've done, and yeah, good luck for everyone next week.
Next up, we got Jesse. Jesse still possibly could be fighting on the evening. He's fluctuating. You always get floaters on boxing shows. Jesse's going to be our floater. He will be either on the day or the evening. But I'm going to chuck him in with these lot now, purely because his opponent, Sia, he comes from Legends Gym as well. I'm going to get Mo and Alfie to do a little talk about Sia. I've experienced him firsthand the last couple of weeks of the gym. He's been sparring some of our boys in preparation for this fight. Very game fighter. He joined the fight late, just purely because he's come in, he's done so well in sparring, we just offered him the opportunity. He's young, he's game, they're both like 15, they're both ready, like, just want to come and have a fight. I honestly think this will be a contender for a fight of the day as well. Yeah, I'm seriously looking forward to this one. I will get the boys to say a bit more on Sia, but Jesse, you want to have a little say on yourself?
Right, so I don't know who I'm fighting. I'm glad I've got a fight. Don't know if it's day or night yet, but we move. I hope I'll win. If I don't, I'll still put all my effort in. So I'll take a win, even if I lose, for myself. And yeah, that's it really.
This is working. Yo. CR, he's a big guy. He's very short, but he's a big for his weight. Little kid. He acts too big for his age. He's like he's 15, you know. Yeah, he has, what to say, big head, really. But he puts the work in, you know, he puts the effort in, and I hope he puts his fight. I hope he comes for the win as well. Make us here at Edge and Legends proud.
Yeah, like Mo said, I'd say he's overconfident, but that could also be a good thing, because if you say to him, you're sparring this boy, he'd get in straight away, put the work in. When running, always keeping up the best he can, like putting in work. So, yeah, I think it'll do good on the night, but yeah, we'll see.
Right, 2 more bouts in a day, and then we move on to the evening. We've got Chantel, who boxed on the first one. Brilliant little boxer. She's a good little talent. She's got a tough little fight. Obviously, you can imagine girls are hard to match up anyway. But Chantel, we would put in with anyone, purely because, obviously, anyone at her level. She's fighting an older girl, but it's purely because we think she's more than capable of doing it. She's come such a long way. Her boxing's brilliant. She does bits with the pros now, like extra work. Listen, like the girls just, when she walks into the gym with me, she refused to skip, refused to shadow, didn't want anyone looking at her, didn't like anyone talking to her, and now she's like a massive part of the gym. She shadows, she inspiration to all the other kids in the gym. That girl's got the world at her feet if she sticks with it, I like to think. And yeah, we give her a little test to see how she gets on. Some of these fights are just 50-50s, and some are a little test just to give them something to aim for. Chantel's one of them, so I want to wish her luck. Jamie, I'm going to give him a little talk. He actually fought for us last night in Southampton, so he done a little away show. So he's fighting again next week for us. I'd like to say well done to Jamie last night. He went to a away show and Lions Den against an experienced kid, and he went in there, and I can't explain to you how proud I am of him. So I'm going to take this opportunity now to say it. I keep telling him all last night, listen, this kid, and I said it to him last night, listen, Alan, you thought I said you was bad. Right, Jamie, we used to have to hoover up before he come in because he'd trip over dust. He literally was like tripping over his own feet. He would trip over his shadow. But he's come from that to boxing on away shows, being probably one of the most confident kids in there, whether it's false confidence or what. He goes there and he'll front it and he'll put himself in the deep end, and as you showed last night, he can swim. Very proud of him. So his opponent will get a nice little test next week. So Jamie, you want to have a good little say yourself?
I want to thank Bill, especially my coach, and I feel like Saturday it'll be very good for me and more experience as I get in the ring. And yeah, I've trained hard and I've had experience, I've had fights, and I think I could do well this Saturday. So yeah, thanks.
Cheers, boy. Right, that's the daytimes. I'm going to get on to the evening now with the big dogs. Don't bark, Tyrell, please. Please. Really got to think of my choice of words. Right. I'm just going to go through a list. So the fight order, you won't know till the day. So don't take this order now as your fight order. I'm just getting through them. We've got Tom Burke. He's come to us and he's having his first fight, but the boy can box and he can box with the best of them. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. He's shown so much talent and like potential. We wanted to give him a test. His opponent's coming from up north. We've got a good gym coming down from now, and they're bringing a few fighters. And yeah, they're experienced, and they're going to look to test our boys, and that's what we want. So again, we don't just want easy fights. We want our boys to be tested. So I don't care if we get the losses. They're going to learn. You don't lose, you learn. So, but Tom, yeah, I'm looking forward to see what he can do under the lights. And I'll let him have a little talk about himself.
Cheers, Bill. Yeah, no, I'd like to say thanks to Will being here and Ian for putting all the effort into me. And yeah, I come over and started with the boys I'd say 3-4 months ago, and everyone was so welcoming. The whole gym's wicked. The banter and everything in there, just it is amazing. It's an amazing thing to be part of. But yeah, no, I wanted a hard test. I didn't want it to be easy. I didn't want to walk over. So I've put in all the work, done all the track days, done all the sparring, hard sparring with Bill, Ty, and the rest of the boys as well. So yeah, I'm looking on to putting on an entertaining performance. So I can't wait to get ready for it now. I'm ready to go.
Next up, we've got two brothers. Again, they come to me from the old gym, and these boys, you don't know how far they've come in their journey. They had boxing history when they was young. They love their boxing. They're everywhere. Any boxing show, any boxing event, they're there. They live, breathe boxing, but now they're gonna get themselves back in the ring after 15 years layoff, something like that. 15-year layoff. So they've decided, listen, they don't need to do this, but they want to, and that's the difference. I'm gonna start with Luke. He's got a boy, Kieran Bacon. I've watched his videos. He's a very wild game fighter. He's going to come to try and knock his opponent out. And I think Luke's a boxer. I don't think it. I know he's a boxer. Listen, he's very tidy. I love the boxer brawler fights. There's a few of them in the day, and there's a few of them in the evening. Technically, a boxer should always be a brawler, but you never know in like this sport, like especially one punch can do anything. Luke, though, do you know what? There's not enough time in the day to sit there and say how proud I am of him and how far he's come. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him getting back in the ring after all these years and showing what he can do and how far he's come. Yeah, Luke?
Thanks for that, Bill. It's a tough one to follow up on. But yeah, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's part of Next Gen, whether that's Bill himself, whether that's Liam, he's about somewhere. Yep, he's at the back there. A lot of hard work goes into these shows, and a lot of it people don't see, whether that's the matchmaking, whether that's the setting up the show, whether it's the end of the night clearing up. A lot of hard work goes in, so thank you to everyone who does that. Yeah, it's been a long time out, but been training with Bill for a while now. Put all the effort in, haven't cut any corners. Weight's good, so everything's there. Had a lot of tough spars with the boys in the gym, in particularly Adam and Jack. Thanks for pushing me all the way. Yeah, just looking forward to fight night now. Looking forward to getting out there, putting on a performance. There's one person as well that I'd like to give a big shout out to. That's Harriet. She's been there for me every step of the way, so thanks very much for that. Yeah, just looking forward to putting on a show now. Looking forward to getting out there and getting it done. So let's get ready.
I don't have to have a word with you about that. Listen, yeah, these opponents are here today as well. The brother Jake, listen, he's a good boxer, but he's a very come forward fighter. And do you know what? His fighter is a come forward fighter too. Benny White come from Matt West, the venue, so a big shout out to them. This is going to be a brilliant fight. Benny, we've seen him, he boxed on the last show against Mick Hemsworth. He's a good fighter, he's a very tough fighter. They asked me to make this a title, and I'm going to do it. So, Jake, I don't think I kept this from you from now, but now you're going to find out. Exactly, now's the time to drop the bomb. But Benny wanted to come to fight for us on a title. So, listen, this one I've kept it quiet from. A lot of these title fights I've kept quiet from everyone just purely because there's been a lot of pressure on this, a lot of build-up. But listen, what they don't realise is the work they've put in and how far they've come. They deserve these shots. Benny's a very good fighter. He's come down the gym, lovely fellow as well. He's good in the ring and out the ring. Jake, I've got, again, the same with Luke. I can't say enough about him, how far he's come. They're great boxers, these brothers, and again, it's going to be tested. This is a very hard fight. I don't think people realise what goes into this for people. Jake's come a long way, but do you know what? Jake would sit there and fight anyone. If I just said to him, "You're sparring so-and-so today," he would say, "Okay." If I told him, he probably wouldn't even know, ask me who I was fighting to on the night, he probably wouldn't even know, he wouldn't care, he'd just walk in the ring. He's got that, he's just that game, he's that confident. But listen, this is taking nothing away from Benny, because now Benny's the test we want to give him. So I'm going to pass the mic to these two and let them have their little talk.
Yeah, cheers for that, Bill. Pressure. I'd just like to say thank you for this opportunity. Like you said, been out of the ring for a while, but I think I'm ready. May the best man win.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Benny. I started boxing to escape my current life. I've been going through a lot mentally, family, and just life-wise. So for me, boxing is not just boxing, it's an escape. I'm working 2 jobs. I'm studying full-time, so like it's a bit hard training, but I don't find any excuse. Trying to train twice a day, get up back at home like 2 in the morning, still go for a jog. So I'm trying to put in the more work I can. Yeah, I think I deserve this more than anyone, but yeah, I hope my opponent is gonna put in the work. I'm looking for a great show. Like everyone says, and I do believe so, win or lose, I believe it's a learning day. So, yeah, I made the best way and win.
Yeah, like I say, that's going to be a brilliant fight. That one, that's definitely one to watch. Definitely worth a title. Again, another title fight. We've got, it was a title eliminator on the last fight. He stops his opponent with a body shot. It was a peach of a shot. Adam's a good boxer. He needs to believe it more. I think he's starting to believe. He fucking started better anyway. But listen, everyone loves Adam. He's just one of them people. He's like a teddy bear. You want to cuddle him all the time. But listen, I can't say enough about him. Again, like I feel like I say this about everyone, but it's just purely because all these little fucks are in my family. Do you know what I mean? I spend more time in this gym than I do bloody anything, but I do it because I love these people. Adam, I think, is going to showcase his skills. He's fighting for a title. Listen, no one deserves it more than him. He's had a rocky road in boxing. I think that's what's knocked his confidence, but we're looking to build that confidence up and get him to believe in himself and show what he can do, and he's going to show everyone what they can do. Adam, what's that about you?
That was really nice, thanks, Bill. Yeah, yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough. I had a couple of fights where I was mismatched. This will be, I think, my 9th one. I'm really looking forward to it. This camp especially has been really hard for me, if I'm honest. I sat down with Bill the other day and said I got a little bit emotional, and yeah, man, things have been hard. I feel like I've been in the gym so much the last 10 weeks. I've sparred, I've ran. It's mad. And in the space of them 10 weeks, I've moved out with my missus. I feel like I've missed 10 weeks of her being pregnant. Do you know what I'm saying? So this fight does mean a lot to me. It's everyone's fucking put up with me so much. I've been so fucking moody. Oh my god. I've been so. Mate, nah, listen, nah, I was gonna be upset as well, but nah, it means a lot. There's been a lot of people I've needed around me this time. There's all the boys in the gym. I know Fruity's always there if I need him. Bill's been on the end of the phone. Hendo, everyone's sending me messages and just making sure I'm all right. But this means a lot to me. This one, it could be the last one for a while. Obviously, we've got the baby in July, and I think I owe it to everyone to put on the performance and do what I do best. To be honest with you, I know I can box. I know I can fight. I just gotta do it on the night. So, just thanks to Bill, he's put in so much time in me, man. So much fucking time, and he's done things he doesn't have to do, and that's why us putting the work in. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, if we don't put the work in for him, I think it's disrespectful, man, because he's got 2 jobs, 2 kids, and he does everything he can for us. So if we don't put the work in, I find it a little bit disrespectful. So yeah, it's gonna be good, and for Dan as well. No one's mentioned Dan yet. Dan is he's been unbelievable, man. From where I was before to where I am now, it's mad. It's mad. But I'm strong. I'm fit, and I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, listen, like Adam's touched on the point, and it's hard for me because I wing this. So I could never play on anything like this. I just have to speak. I can't even speak anyway, so this is hard enough. But people like Will, Ian, Dan, there's probably more that I should be mentioning, but I can't think. But yeah, look, listen, there's more to it than just what goes on. I'll do again. I'll do it at the end. I'll do another little thank you, and hopefully I'll get everyone. Jack Bell. Done me. Right. Jack, he started off in the white collar scene where the boys down the front started off, and what an inspiration to sit there and show how far you can actually come. Jack's started here, his first fight against his cousin. His second fight, he ended up having to fight a coach from another gym. He's had opponents to pull out of him. He just fights whoever's put in front of him. We've watched him. He's gone from white collar to sparring pros. That all within the space of a year. It's been a year, and this boy's journey is just fucking unreal. I can't wait to see how far he can actually go. Just commitment again. One of the boys always in the gym, even when he's injured, he'll sit there and go, okay, I'll still turn up. I've never known that boy to sit there and go, oh, I don't fancy it. He's just very committed. He's got an opponent who's going to test him, but to be fair, this is just a 50-50. We're not going to test him too much, just purely because he's fighting next week, but he's fighting the week after on a title fight. That's just what he's about. So he's game, and he's going to do the business next week as a warm up, ready for the week after. And I hope he brings that belt home. The person he's fighting, he was actually supposed to fight on our first show, Lawrence Watts. Now Jack and Lawrence are going to fight on Matt West against the ropes, and they'll have their title fight there. It's going to be a great fight, but I think it's going to have a nice little warm-up fight. But again, it's not an easy fight, so that's just what he's about. He's not sitting there going, I want to tick over a fight. He's going to get a fight where he's still going to be tested. It's no different. When our boys, they always have a hard spar before their fight, so they're at their peak. And this is basically going to be it. He's going to have his hard spar before he fight, but he's going to do it under the lights. So Jack, you want to say a bit about yourself?
Yeah, as many people know, I don't really say a lot, but yeah, I've been. That's it. Thank you. Nah, been training hard. Like Bill said, I'm always there. Got 2 fights coming up, so I've done all I can, and just going to prove that next week and the week after. That's it.
Right, I'm going to get through the list. There's only a few more that are here. I'm going to just jump the list a little bit. I'm going to go to Mo. His opponent's Jamie. Jamie's he's got the skills, but he's very raw. He's got a long way to go still, tidying up. But I'm not going to put him down because he will spar with anyone. He's there all the time. He gets there late after work, but he doesn't use it as an excuse. He does his runs. He's committed, and he's got drive, and he wants to push for this fight. And this is, again, another 50-50. He's fighting Mo. Again, Mo, I think, is a very tidy boxer. All Pavs boys are. I like to think this is another good 50-50. Do you know the beauty of this? Like, I'm sitting there going, I think this one will be fight tonight. You just don't know. These boys, because every fight's a 50-50, this is the beauty of these shows. You just don't know what's going to happen in that ring. We don't know our boys are going to get the win. We don't know if we're going to get draw or loss. And it could turn into be the best fight ever. We ended up like sitting there going 50-50s on the last show, and it was about 4 or 5 first round stoppages, and he's on 50-50 fights. So who knows what can happen in the ring. But every fight, I'm just sitting there now talking about it. It's all starting to sink into me. I've been really, like, these fight orders, it's been changing for weeks and weeks. And now I'm sitting there reading them out, and I'm actually sinking in how well these fights are going to be. Like, everyone I'm reading out now, I'm like, bang, 50-50. Oh, this could be fight tonight. Who knows what can happen. I can't wait for this show, for the day and the evening. It's just going to be banging. Mo, I want you tell people about yourself, mate. Tell them what you're going to bring.
Yeah, my name's Mo. Been boxing since 3 months now. I'm so glad that he took me in to Legends and the people I've met there. I've been battered. I've reconstructed my nose. the blood, sweat, and tears that I've gone. The blood, sweat, and tears that I've gone through this training and to come to this fight. I'm very proud of myself. I'm here to prove to the gym, to my boys, to everyone, to my family as well, that all my hard work was put in for a good cause, you know. That's what I really want to do. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so Jamie's not here, but again, I think I said enough about Jamie to say it's going to be a good 50-50. Jake, he fought one of our good fighters. He normally fights on the Quest shows. He worked his way up to the British titles, shots on there. He didn't get the result, but he fought a very, very good fighter, Killian. He fractured his eye in that fight, and he's had to take a lot of time off. Jake started off very raw, and spent a lot of time with him, getting him to how we wanted him, how to box, work through the game plans and different fights, and building him up to the level we wanted him. Listen, with boxing, anything can happen. Fucking hell. Listen. I can talk about it. Right, listen, Jake, anything can happen in boxing. Like, Jake, we worked him up to the level we wanted him to. Every fight we hit the peak where we wanted to. On the last fight, we didn't. I'll take some responsibility of that as well. But listen, my plan was to strip him right back on this one because he had to take time off for his eye. I wanted to sit there and go, right, let's bring everything back down to the basics. Strip you right back, get you back to how we first started our camps together. And I think we've done that. We've adjusted his fight style a little bit. He's got a very tough opponent, Alex, coming from the same gym as Adam and Tom. These fighters are very good. So it's going to be a very good test. He was going to fight on the Quest show again, but I think it was too soon for him. He wasn't going to be peaked. We didn't want to rush him back. This is his first comeback fight, and we've not gone too easy on him. We've put a fight that's going to test him still, see where he's gone. Like, I want all this hard work that we put in to rebuild him to be perfect. So let's give him a good test, and then let's see where he is again. Jake?
Cheers, Bill. I just want to say many thanks first of all to everyone at the gym, especially Bill, Will, all the coaches. They've helped me along the way. Me and Bill have been now with each other for 3-4 years now. We've built a good bond, good friendship, good teamwork. Everyone down the gym, quality fighters, quality people. And I want to thank you to all my friends, family, my fiance, everyone that's helped me along this journey. It has been a struggle at the start. You know, I've been out for 6 months. I fractured my eye in my last fight. You know, I dared to be great, and unfortunately it weren't my night on that night. But we've done things right this time. Weight is good. I'm coming in strong, probably the strongest I've ever been, fittest, and not just that, you can be physical all you like, but mentally, which is a big thing when you suffer from mental health, mentally I'm at the best I've ever been, and it's all thanks to these guys up here and everyone that puts the work in and the effort. Also want to big shout out to all my sponsors, and especially to Nick Pope, rest in peace Nick. Unfortunately at the start of camp, not many people know this, but he sadly lost his life unexpectedly, so this one's for you, Nick. I've worked hard. I'm ready to go. Like I said, this is not just the best physically, but the best mentally I've been in a very long time. And I'm just ready. 6 months out, and I'm back, and I'll be back on top again. Thank you.
We've had to take his muzzle off him for this. Tyrell's, he holds our belts from the first show. He defended it. He won it against Josh Nutley. Going into that, he was fighting a very experienced fighter. He come out and boxed the best he's ever boxed, and he won that belt, and he fucking deserved it. He was challenged by another boy from the same gym, Scott Miller, and again, good amateur background. Challenged Tyrell, and again he stepped up, done what he had to do, boxed brilliant, control of the fight. I felt like he won every round. He ended up getting the belt, holding the belt. We've had to get Boyd down from up north. I wanted to get him a challenge. He's fought a couple of boys that are local. The fellow who's coming down has fought for titles. He's very game, and he wants to. And he wants to come and try and make a statement on our show. But I'm happy for Tyrell to fight anyone purely because I see what he does in the gym and how committed he is. I believe that Tyrell wins again, but it doesn't happen unless he puts in the work on the night. He's never failed to step up to the occasion. Every fight, whether he's done away fights or home fights, he's always there. He's always shown his levels, and he's got a good future. And I'm looking forward to him doing the business again.
I just want to thank everyone in the gym, good people. Thank Bill, Will, all the coaches that help around in the gym. And yeah, I feel like this fight sounding like it's going to be a tough one. And no, I'm just going to get in there, do what I do best, and yeah, put the work in. And I'm going to be at my top form on Saturday, and I'm going to knock his head off his shoulders.
There he is. There he is. There he is. Right, Bill, Fruity Bill. Right, Bill got his win on the last show against a game Jay Cartwright. It was a tough fight. It was a tough fight. Bill was in control and done what he needed to do. He got the result. He's always been in a hard fight. He's never had an easy one. Jay Cartwright's friend Marcus, he's a very experienced boy, and he's going to try and get he's come and stepped up and see if he can get the win against Bill. Again, another good 50-50. Experience versus lack of experience, but Bill's got more art than anyone. He just wants a row. I'm hoping he keeps it sensible, boxes how he's supposed to box and how he can box. I think if he boxes to his ability, he wins. But yeah, he's not going to get given an easy fight just because he's a mate. He's got to go out there and earn his wins. I'm going to let Fruity have his little say.
I ain't got a lot to say actually. I just want to thank everyone, all the boys. Like honestly, this gym's amazing. What it's done for me mentally, socially. Because like when you got problems, you have to cut everything. So I had to make new relationships within a friends group that I can trust and stuff like that. Bill, Liam, Will, everyone really. I thank you all. My kids, my missus, they put all their time and effort into me rather than themselves sometimes. I can't thank them enough for that. It ain't easy at home. I love my daughter. she's been on it. She actually wrote me something to say, but I forgot to bring it. So Briar, yeah, I know I'm bad. I'm a bad dad, but yeah. But yeah, a fight's a fight at the end of the day. We all come to fight, win, lose, draw. I'm going to punch his head in, simple as. Isn't it? Cheers, Bill. Thanks.
A lot of the next fighters, they're not here. We've got Alfie Wilshire, a little shout to him. He's got a couple of boys, Paul Livingston, Harry O'Brien. They're boys. They're not very experienced, but they've had a few fights and they're looking to get results. I've got to believe they're going to get the wins because they put Alfie's a good little trainer. He's got a good little winning record at the moment, and he puts a lot of time into his boys. So I'm sure they're going to come off well. We've got a boy Lance fighting. He's not here today. He had an amateur background when he was younger. This is going to be his first unlicensed fight. He's looking to get in and get back into boxing. He's been had a long time out, just boxed as a kid. But yeah, listen, he's got a talent. He can obviously knows his way around the ring, but he's very inexperienced in this sort of level. Like amateurs and unlicensed and pros, there's so many different levels to this and so many different styles. But he's fighting Jay Cartwright, who's very experienced. I think Jay, he got the loss to Fruity last time, and he said to me he wants to come back and fight. He wants to come back. He wants to get the win. He don't want to have a loss on this show. He wants to come and get a win. So I said you have to come and earn it. So I've arranged it for Lance and Jay to fight each other. And I think it's going to be a brilliant fight on the night. Lance is very say tricky, but he's very straightforward but tricky at the same time. He's very reactive in his fighting. It'll be a great fight, and I'm sure Lance will do business. Newlands are putting on a boy, Paul Cena. He fought in the last show. He fought again a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, I think it was. He's just young, hungry, wants to fight. He's 17. He was supposed to be originally fighting one of Pav's boys. He's had a bit of sickness. I don't know if that fight's going to happen, but he will be fighting on the night anyway. We'll get him a fight. We want to test him because his last fight, he stopped the fella in the first round. So he's looking to push on. He's looking to make a name for himself and progress in boxing. So he's only 17, but he's got a good future. So we're looking to test him and love having him on the show. Another youngster, Riley. Very talented little boy. He's only 13, I think he is, but he's very skillful. He's got a lot of talent. He's got a lot of drive. He's got a lot of following. He's going to come and put on a performance. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. I don't think he's been tested under the lights. So we'll see how he does. He's right having all this talent in the gym and doing it when no one's looking. But I'm going to say this, I hope he fucking sees this because I think he's a lazy little sod as well. He's got all that talent, but he strolls in the gym. He could be in there late. He just thinks that everything's a walkover. He can just walk in because he's got the talent. I think he needs pushing more. I think he needs to learn. So we'll see how he does on the night. We'll see if how he gets on. I'm looking forward to him. I think he will step up, to be fair. I don't doubt him. I think he's got that natural confidence in himself that he will do well. We're also hoping to have Frank on. He was on the first show. He's at 50-50 whether he's going to be on at the moment. But listen, that boy, I've got a lot of time for him. He's come from, again, nothing to putting on. He's probably one of the fastest runners in the gym. He's very fit, very talented. He's just one of them boys who picks up a sport and he could do well. Other than that, I think we've got possibly going to have Callum on the show as well. He fought again last night. I'm going to see how his hand is. If his hand's good enough for next week, then he'll be on the show. He's fought before. If he does fight, I'll make it a title eliminator because he needs to be tested and he can go as far as he wants again. Listen, that's pretty much all our fights. There's a lot on for the day and the night. I'm going to say thank you to everyone for coming again. If I miss anyone off on the thank yous, do know that I appreciate you. Again, like there's people like Dave Winnie, Vicky, Liam, Ian, Will, Danny, Dan downstairs in the gym. Yeah, look, anyone that works on the doors, behind the scenes, Bill. There's all the staff that work on the nights. I'm going to pre-thank you now because sometimes I don't get the chance after. Listen, these shows are our graft, but we don't do it for the money. Like we don't take no money out of this. We do this. Everything's for the fighters. fighting myself back in the past, you just sit there thinking, you know what it takes. And I see too many promoters sitting there wanting to do it to line their pockets. We don't do this for the money in the pockets. We do this for the experience. We try and make the shows better every time. You won't get a better experience than this on an unlicensed show. Listen, some of the pro shows we go to, and I sit there thinking, we absolutely muller yous. And it ain't just blowing our own trumpet. We literally do this for yous lot. We give up our time. It costs us money. We're like the complete opposite to every promotion how it should be run. But there's a reason why we're the best out there. We want to make it special for everyone. So, listen, thank you all for coming. Thank you for all your hard work training. And, yeah, listen, I can't wait for next week. See you all soon. Right, we're going to do a little face-offs for a few of our fighters. Let's start with the white collars. I'm going to have Shaim come to the stage. Shaim. Take your top off. Invited Ricky, let's get you on stage, son. Let's go. Boys, face. Good, let's go. So, Matt. Alright, Stu, let's get you on stage. His opponent, Alan. Right, face the cameras. Right, boys, let's go. Right, next up I'm going to invite Jake Henderson. Let's go. I'm taking no claim to it. Benny White, let's go. Good, let's go. Face the cameras. Nice, boys. That's it. Time. Right, next up on stage, I'm going to invite Miles. There you go. He's late opponent, Adam Thompson. Thomas. Please face the camera. Oh, first to turn away, Alright, I'm going to invite on stage Alfie. Jamie. Alfie fighting out of Pavs. I'm going to invite Jamie Spencer on the stage. Alright, Mo, let's see you, son. Mo. Where's he going? Yeah, come on, son. Come on then, Mo, let's go. Right, Jesse, let's go. Nice, boys, nice. Right, face the cameras. Hey, That's lovely, boys. Well done. Right, listen. Thank you all for coming today. Yeah, listen. I'll see you all next week. Let's go. Thanks for coming down, yeah?